It was purely by, I wouldn't say accident, but I think I was working at a golf course right out of college, and I was really continuing to read a lot because I had a lot of free time, and I was reading up more about personality types, even though, as I had mentioned, I'd always been into it, whether it was high school or before then. And I think it started to go like, oh, like I think I should start coaching kids and working with kids and just teaching, being in a teaching environment. So I started tutoring, and I was working for a company, and I started to really feel like this was something that I was good at, and it came natural to me. And I started my own company at that point. I never really thought to use personality typing in the beginning. I was more just like, okay, we're going to do this very specific thing. And it wasn't until I started working more and more, and I was like, oh, this could be a very useful tool, especially with the amount of students that we have. And I started working more with teachers and saying, oh, wow, they have very different personality types than me, and they're maybe not necessarily evaluating their students in that way where they're differentiating. They're just kind of saying, okay, this is the way I do it, and I'm going to do it this way because it works for me. And once I started really getting to it for the first couple of years of owning my company, I started to see value in teaching people and developing that personality typing system to where I was able to gather that information to evolve it to the point where it is today. It was because they worked for me and they're like, okay, I guess we have to do this. But I do think I have a way of making it fun. Anyone who's read the book will know that I do not take myself particularly seriously. And it's all about like having an internal connection. It's not like people should read the book and go, this is something I never thought about and do not connect with. And I'm taking this information and learning from it. It's more like, oh, like, yeah, that totally makes sense because of A, B, and C that's happened within their life, or the A, B, and C person that they've met. And they start seeing similarities in some of the personality types. So I think initially it was telling and coaching my own employees on how to use this. And I think seeing them warm up to it, and especially students, like I've used it with a lot of students, and seeing how they have kind of like said, oh, I used to feel I was so weird and now I feel like I'm okay and it's okay to be me. I think that's probably the reason why I do what I do. It's just that moment where people understand they are okay. And it doesn't mean that they should stop growing because they can become a better version of themselves, but at least in that struggle and in that like journey, they're still becoming something of themselves versus like something that someone else wants them to be.